If you pay for both ChatGPT Plus and Claude Pro, you are spending $480 a year in the United States before tax. But replacing them with local AI can create a different bill: slow performance, weaker answers, setup time, and even sensitive data leaving through a cloud feature you assumed was local. If you use AI for writing, coding, research, or private documents, this video maps 5 local AI tools to the jobs they actually fit. By the end, you will know which are low-risk parallel trials, which need a real workflow test, and which are migration projects. We are going from the simplest personal setup to a full self-hosted AI workspace. And the 4th tool is where local AI stops being an app and starts becoming a security project. Before the list, one rule. Local describes a data path, not a privacy label. Models, connected tools, storage, telemetry, backups, and network access must all remain local. And one important distinction: all 5 can be used locally without a monthly chatbot fee, but they do not share the same open-source status. This is a decision map, not a ranking. First, Ollama. Ollama is the engine in this list. It downloads compatible models, runs them on your hardware, and exposes them to other apps. If you're comfortable entering a short command, it is one of the fastest ways to get a local model running. Think of it as the engine under the hood, not the dashboard you spend all day looking at. Its biggest advantage is flexibility. You can start with a small model for drafts or basic coding help, then connect the same Ollama installation to a separate chat interface or document tool later. The same installation can power a chat app, a coding tool, and a document workspace, so every app does not need to manage its own model separately. The deal breaker is that Ollama is command line first, and not every model offered through Ollama is local anymore. Cloud models are processed remotely. If a task must remain on your computer, select a local model and enable Ollama's local-only setting. Before trusting it with private work, run one practical test. Enable local-only mode, disconnect from the internet, and repeat 1 or 2 tasks you do every week. Check the answer quality, response time, and whether the model still works without a connection. Verdict: Ollama is a low-risk parallel trial for developers and curious beginners because it does not require you to cancel anything. But test first before replacing a cloud assistant, especially if privacy or model quality is the reason you're switching. Ollama gives you control, but it expects you to bring your own comfort with the command line. But a good engine is not the same thing as a good dashboard. That's where LM Studio comes in. LM Studio turns local models into a regular desktop experience. You can search for compatible models, download one, load it into memory, and chat without living in a terminal. After the required files are downloaded, local chats and local document processing can run offline. It can also provide OpenAI-compatible local endpoints for your own apps. If Ollama is the engine, LM Studio is the car with the dashboard already installed. For most beginners, that's the cleanest way to discover whether local AI fits their computer. The app is free to use at home and at work, but its desktop GUI is proprietary, even though some of its developer components are open source. Its real limitation isn't the interface, it's hardware fit. A model may technically load and still be too slow, consume too much memory, or produce answers that are not good enough for your work. Test it with one representative task, not a toy prompt. Load a real document copy or run a real coding question. Then compare the result, response time, and memory pressure with the cloud assistant you already use. Use the same prompt, source file, and acceptance standard on both systems. Otherwise, the comparison tells you almost nothing. A model that can answer, "Write me a poem," is not automatically ready to replace the assistant you use for work. Verdict: LM Studio is the easiest low-risk trial for non-technical users. Keep your current service during testing. Cancel only after one local model completes your real weekly tasks at an acceptable speed and quality. If you like practical tech explainers that separate real savings from hidden costs, subscribe to the channel because the next tools move from a simple desktop app to full control of your own AI workflow. Beginner-friendly, however, is not the same as open and user-owned. For that, look at Jan. Jan is an open-source, local-first chat app. Once a local model is downloaded, it can work offline, Keep chats in its local data folder and expose a local OpenAI-compatible API. It can also connect to cloud providers, so choosing Jan does not automatically make every conversation local. Jan is best for people who care about owning chat history, changing model providers, and keeping an inspectable open-source client. The trade-off is maturity. Local model support, tools, and integrations can feel less polished than a major cloud product. Its most important test is not whether it can answer a prompt, it's whether you can still access, export, and restore your conversations when the internet, the app, or the computer changes. If you use cloud integrations, test those separately and treat them under the provider's privacy rules. Ownership matters only if you can find, export, and restore the data when the app or computer changes. So verdict, Jan is a low-risk parallel trial for privacy-conscious students, writers, and developers. It becomes a real replacement only after its local model quality and data export fit your workflow. Jan is for people who want their AI chat history to feel like their own files, not a room they're renting from somebody else. Now, suppose one chat window is not enough. You want shared accounts, model comparisons, document collections, tools, and a browser interface that other people on your network can use. This is where local AI stops being a personal app and starts becoming infrastructure. That's WebUI. WebUI can connect to Ollama, other local model servers, or cloud providers. It can organize conversations, compare models, build knowledge bases, and add capabilities like web search, image generation, and voice. That flexibility creates its biggest risk. Every connection has its own data path. External web search sends queries outside the machine. Cloud models receive prompts remotely. External tools may receive whatever context you send them, and if you expose the interface to a network, security becomes your responsibility. A local dashboard connected to 5 cloud services is not a local workflow. It is just a very organized cloud workflow. There is also a licensing detail for people building a branded service. The current WebUI codebase includes branding restrictions. That usually does not affect a normal home installation, but it matters if you plan to redistribute or rebrand it. Run a small pilot before committing. Use one local model, create a second test account, verify what that account can access, back up the data volume, and confirm the system still works after an update. Do not expose it publicly until authentication, network access, and backups are understood. Verdict: WebUI is a migration project, not a casual switch when teams or shared data are involved. It is powerful for people willing to maintain their own AI workspace. It is unnecessary if all you need is one private chat window. For one person, it may be overkill. For a team, it may be the first tool on this list that requires an actual deployment plan. The fifth tool solves a narrower problem, but it can remove an entire category of subscription. It may also create the most dangerous kind of confidence, an answer that looks sourced but is still wrong. AnythingLLM is built for asking questions about your own files. You create a workspace, add PDFs, Word documents, spreadsheets, or research notes, and query that collection. It can operate locally when the language model, embedding model, vector storage, document storage, and other providers are local. Its self-hosted edition also includes optional telemetry, which can be disabled. Connect a cloud model or external service, and that part of the workflow is no longer fully local. The largest risk is false confidence. Retrieval can surface a relevant passage and still produce a bad summary, miss an exception, or misunderstand a table. That's especially dangerous with contracts, medical information, or financial documents. A citation can show which passage was retrieved. It does not prove that the model interpreted that passage correctly. Test it with copies of documents you already understand. Ask several questions with known answers, including at least one question where the answer is not present. Check whether it reaches the correct source passage and whether it admits when the evidence is missing. The most important answer is sometimes, "I cannot find that in the documents." Verdict:
AnythingLLM is test first. It can replace a paid document chat tool when it retrieves your real files reliably. It should assist high-stakes review, never replace verification of the original source. Now we reach the limit shared by all 5 tools. Hardware. Jan's current macOS guidance gives a useful starting point: 8 GB of RAM for 3 billion parameter models, 16 GB for 7 billion models, and 32 GB for 13 billion models. Those are not universal guarantees. Context length, quantization, open apps, operating system overhead, GPU support, and the model itself all change the result. In other words, the model name tells you only part of the story. Your computer decides whether that model feels useful or painfully slow. On Windows and Linux, system RAM is only part of the picture. GPU video memory and driver support can decide whether the model runs mostly on the GPU, partly on the CPU, or slowly enough to become frustrating. For GUUF downloads, Q4KM is a common starting point because it reduces memory use, but it is not automatically the best choice for every model. Start small, test your real task, move up only when the smaller model clearly fails for quality, not because a larger number looks more impressive. Do not download the largest model your computer can technically open. Download the smallest model that can reliably complete your actual work. So, can these tools erase your AI bill? As of August 2026, ChatGPT Plus and Claude Pro are each $20 per month in the US. Together, that's $480 per year before tax. Local tools can reduce that recurring cost, but they don't erase hardware, storage, electricity, backup, maintenance, and learning costs. The best answer is usually hybrid. If you want the easiest first test, start with LM Studio. If you want a flexible local engine that can power other apps, use Ollama. If you care most about an open-source chat client and owning your conversation data, try Jan. AnythingLLM needs a real document test before you trust it. Open WebUI becomes a migration project when multiple users, shared data, or public network access enter the picture. Keep a cloud subscription for work that truly needs stronger reasoning, live online research, effortless collaboration, or features your local setup cannot reproduce. Move repetitive drafts, private notes, basic coding help, and local document search to your own hardware only when your tests prove the trade is worth it. That's the decision this video promised. Don't pay for cloud convenience you don't use, and don't cancel it for a local setup you haven't tested. Local AI is not automatically cheaper, faster, more private, or better, but for the right task on the right hardware, it can be all 4. Which setup are you using right now? Cloud only, local only, or hybrid? Tell me your hardware and the one task you want to move locally. That's enough to suggest a sensible model range to test first. And if you want to keep cutting hidden software costs, the next comparison is your web browser: Chrome, Edge, Safari, Firefox, Brave, and Arc, tested for the trade-offs that actually affect speed, memory use, and privacy.